Hi, Rich. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert at Zucore Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis, and this video is that analysis. Now, I've looked it over and I found that your site is underperforming in your area. And it's underperforming specifically to these folks at Reliable Roofing in Chicagoland. So I'm going to show you where in your website and how in your website this is happening. I'm going to show you the numbers, and I'm going to show you how to turn the tables, turn this around, and make it so that you are beating them, hopefully. So let's just continue. Now, first off, you have a great site. Don't get me wrong. This is a beautiful site. I'm not talking about the aesthetics of it. They are great. I actually particularly love this little part where one photo wipes up into the next one. It's really clever. And it also really aptly shows your different facets of your company. One roofing, one general contractor, and one water damage. And those are great. It's a great site. As a customer, I'd want to show up here. It's the sort of site that I would want to show up at. Now, I need to tell you more about it. And to do that, I'm going to show you this tool that I have. It's called Ahrefs. I subscribe to this service. And this shows me the metrics of your site. You can see Liberty Remodeling and Restoration. It shows me the metrics of your site and shows me how it's been performing over the last couple of months. Now, next thing up is Google. I'm doing a Google search for Schaumburg, Illinois roofer. And why? Because Google is responsible for 96% of the traffic on the internet. Now, that is a massive amount. Imagine if you were responsible for 96% of the roofs in Chicagoland. You would be raking it in, right? I wish I had invested in Google many years ago. But anyway, the reason that I'm telling you about Google is that Google can be manipulated. And I mean, not in a shady way, but it's just that Google has some things going on with it that you can utilize to help your company. But you can't use them if you don't know how Google works. So I'm going to show you how Google works. I'm going to explain that by showing you this results page that I did for Schaumburg, Illinois roofer. And we'll learn along the way, right? Okay, so the first thing you're going to find in this Google results page is this, what we call the map pack in my business, because all of these folks are attached to this map over here. Now, the very first one is sponsored, meaning they paid to get up there. Gutter Enriquez, or maybe Enriquez Gutter, I don't know. Either way, these three folks here did something that these folks down here did not do, and that was they filled out a Google business profile. Now, that Google business profile is like any other online profile, like Facebook or whatever. It's going to ask you about your company, what year you started your business. It's going to ask you what your regular hours are. It's going to ask you how that you own the website. It's going to make you prove that. Not hard to do. And it's a great thing to do because it also allows you into the Google fold, if you will. Google wants to know that you're serious about using them as one of your, I don't know, partners in doing your business. And this is the way that Google wants you to start out. Now, everything in a Google search is ordered by the Google algorithm, even these things. So filling this out thoroughly is how Google sort of rewards you for doing a thorough job of filling out the Google business profile. Now, most people have a professional do it because to not do it correctly or to not fill it out completely doesn't put you here, and that would not be a great result. So this is the first thing that the algorithm is looking for you to do. It is looking for you to fill in the Google business profile. Now, the second thing is down here. Underneath the map pack, we have what we call the organic search results. Again, still ordered by the algorithm, but you don't have to do anything other than have a website. You don't have to fill out a profile or a request or anything like that. That's why they're called organic. But the organic search, as I mentioned, are still ordered by the algorithm. And the algorithm is looking for three things. The first one I told you. The second one is content. Let me show you what I mean. Now, the very first ones here, is the reason I chose them before, is that they are the first actual contractors under the map pack. Now, you can be in both places, up here in the map pack and down here, but this is where the cream is. This is where the cream rises to the top. You can be up here and still not have that many hits on your website, but down here, Oh boy, that is a whole different story. Now they are the number one contractor under the map path. I'm going to show you something really fast. Here is your website. I'm going to copy and paste it into this word counter. There we go, 875 words. Now I'm going to do the same for them for reliable. Come on. There we go. All right, now paste 815 words. Wow, you guys are 60 apart. That is amazing. It's usually not that close, but you guys are neck and neck. But here's the thing. Google wants 1,500 words, and so you're halfway there. And the reason they want that, and I don't know how they came up with 1,500 words. That you'll have to talk to somebody else who's smarter than I am. But the reason that they want 1,500 words is because they want whatever site their search customers go to be something that will be able to educate them, the searchers, on whatever it was that they typed into that Google search box. That's the bottom line. And whether it has to be a roofer in Schaumburg or whether it has to be for academia and oceanography, Google doesn't care. 1,500 words minimum is what's going to be most able to educate their search customers. And they need to keep their search customers happy, right? So this is something that needs to be worked on, but all words are not the same. I'm sorry to say that you can't just add another 875 of the word donut. Let me show you what I mean. Here is your site under that tool that I have. You have 84 keywords. Now, keywords need to appear naturally in the flow of a web page. Keywords are words that come from your industry. Then Google knows that because they know what sites come up when you do a search for Schaumburg, Illinois roofer. And so they take a bunch of these little phrases that essentially people would Google, in other words, and they strip them out of all these different websites, and they determine which ones show up first most and second most and third most and so on. And those become the keywords. Now, keywords are not individual words. They're like a little phrase, a couple of words, like 3 to 7, maybe, something like that. But I'm going to show you what your competitor here has at Reliable. You have 84. They have 2,700. So there's a little bit of catch-up to do here, as you can see. I'm going to show you what their 2,007. Well, I'm not going to show you all of them. That would be dull. But I don't know. With bitumen roof, modified bitumen roof, I'm going to ignore anything that says Reliable Roofing because that's, of course, people searching for a company that they already know the name of. But, oh, here we go, a modified bitumen roof. I'm guessing a modbit roof, people who, have the lingo down. How do flat roofs drain? Flat roof leaks. There's a lot of modbit on here. So I'm sure that's something that you guys deal with all the time. Bituminous roof. I'm going to look this up because here we go. Disadvantages of EPDM roofing. So there's a lot of things that come from your industry, and they have just extracted these out. Now you can see that some of these are very similar to others. Modified bituminous membrane roofing. And the thing is that the algorithm does not know our languages. It does not know that roof, roofer, and roofing are all related words. It does not know that. It doesn't know that company or companies are related. It doesn't know that contractor or contractors are singular and plural. It does not know that. And remember, it's because it's doing this for all the various industries on the planet, all the various searches that happen, and it's doing it in every language available, from Polish to Japanese to whatever. So knowing our language does not really help it. It's just looking for what it's looking for. Now, there are another 77 pages of these. So, and see, here's one from the communities, Lake Zurich. Now, these are just some of them. Obviously, I can see what they are, so I could be very helpful that way. Let me show you the next thing that's necessary, and that is backlinks. Now, backlinks are where a different site has a link back to your site on it. In other words, there is a copy of your URL on somebody else's site, like say Yelp. You go and claim your Yelp profile, put your URL in there. There is a link back to your site. That's what it's called, a backlink. Now, what is important here are the referring domains. This is the number of actual domains that have a link back to your site. because there could be more than one on various pages. So, like one site could have 2 different pages that have you linked on it. But we're interested in how many domains there are. Now you have 45, they have 184. This is a much smaller gap to fill. This is going to be a lot easier to deal with. Let me show you what their referring domains are. Yellowpages.com. I don't know what some of these are. Maybe you do because it's your industry, so maybe some of these make sense. But Dex knows. Procore.com, is that like somebody who provides some of the materials? I don't know. A lot of folks have like GAF and Owens Corning on their stuff, so I don't really know. But you want to be on any sites that are, say, 70 and above. Now, this little rating here, this number that I'm referring to, is called the domain rating, the DR, and it shows the strength of a domain's backlink profile, meaning you have a backlink profile, your domain rating is 1.7. These other ones, on a scale of 0 to 100, are 90, and that's because they have a lot of other pages that refer back to them. So that gives them a higher rating. Now, why does Google want you to have backlinks? The reason is Google doesn't want to vet the site themselves. They just want to know that other people want to go there. And the way that they determine that is by seeing how many links there are to somebody else's site. They figure, oh, if a bunch of people are talking about you, then you must be important. And in internet parlance, talking about you is having a link to you. So that's why Google wants that. Now, here's what this all comes down to. Your keywords and your backlinks allowed you to have 23 visitors from Google searches last month. That is up 10 from the month before. So that's a nice trajectory. Now, here's what your competitor had, 1,900. Now, that is a bit of a gap, and you can close that gap, and this is exactly why they have so many. They are at the top of a Google search, way up here at the top. Now, I'm going to do something. I'm going to look for Liberty Remodeling and Restoration here in the Google searches. I'm going to, what I want you to do is ask yourself, when you're doing a Google search, how far down do you scroll before you say to yourself, you know what, I probably got this. I don't want to scroll down too far because, I have things to do in my life. I'm busy and whatnot, but I'm going to scroll down and maybe something will catch my eye and that'll be great. That's where I'll stop and then I'll look from there on up. Would you have scrolled this far to find a roofer? Oh no, Procore. It looks like, I don't know. I'm not seeing you guys yet, and I'm not keeping this up just to rub it in by any stretch. Let me do this. I'm going to try to find Liberty in here. Liberty not found. So you guys are not on the first 4 pages of Google results. That is why you don't have many visits. That's why you have only 23. So that being the case, I'm going to do a summary here. Google business profile. Fill one out. Fill it out thoroughly. 2. Keywords. You want more and better keywords. And 3, more and better backlinks. And that will help you get to the top of a Google search. Now, you can implement these changes right away. You can call your web designer and do it today if you want. And that would be great. But I also suggest that your web designer did a great job designing, and it looks like a new website, 2024. The web designers are kind of like the body shop of a website. They make it look pretty, but we are the mechanics. We go inside and make it work. That's what the difference is. So if you enjoy what I've talked to you about today, you think I'm not full of baloney, which I hope you don't, then I would love for you to talk to Eric again. He'll be calling back to get your your responses about what I've talked to you about here today. And either way, Rich, I'm thankful that you stuck with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day.